Hey guys, I recently found out about a new high security door lock design. It's in a deadbolt format. It's designed here in Taiwan. It's called the XPUZMAG lock. It is really new. It's not available in any retail stores yet. The designer is really nice and allowed me to have a sample to show you guys today. It's got a lot of parts, so what I'll do is make just an operation section for the first part, and then I'll go into details later. But yeah, I'm looking for your feedback about this lock regarding just the ideas and also how secure you think it is. Okay, thanks. Okay, as you can see here, it comes with all the hardware. You need to install it on your door. It's just a standard deadbolt size. Comes with 6 keys, so plenty to hand out or use as spares. If you need more than 6 keys though, it's not a problem. All you got to do is use this code here to send in and get more keys cut for you. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the mechanics of the lock. Okay, so let's take a closer look at how this lock works. The rotating faceplate of the lock has 23 holes, and those correspond with 23 holes that are actually like deeper in the cylinder. Each one of these holes has a spring and a pin, so if you were to push down on these, they'd all be springy. However, you only need 6 of those holes to operate the locking mechanism. You'll notice from the key there are pegs, 6 pegs, and those are all different lengths, and that makes the bitting for the key. This guide here that you push out with your thumb, that is to orient the rotating faceplate into the correct position. So if you were to try to use the key haphazardly, it's not going to work because you need to line up the holes to go with the pegs on the key. So the way you do that is you push out this guide and you grab onto the bar, and that'll allow you to rotate the faceplate to the correct position. You push down, pushing the pins to shear line, and that'll let you operate the lock, open your door. This part of the key here on top, that's what tensions the lock, this thing right here. You'll notice that this notch here that does not tension the lock. That's just for this outer border. If you look closer, let me try to focus for you. If you look closer, there's an outer circle which does not tension, but this inner circle here is what needs to be rotated. So yeah, tensioning this lock without the key is going to be kind of a problem because this is really shallow, so you can't really grip onto it, which I think is pretty cool security feature. With that, let's discuss the specifics of the security of this lock. Okay, so let's talk about security of this lock. So obviously, to someone just a random person, maybe a burglar or someone else who wants to try to manipulate this lock open, they're going to be stumped. I mean, even I was stumped when I walked up to this thing. It's not a conventional lock. It looks pretty interesting. You basically wouldn't know where to start or even have the tools in some standard lock picking kit to manipulate this lock. But that being said, let's think about how someone might try to do it. This doesn't have any magnets or electronics or anything like that. So the main ways someone might try to manipulate this lock would be either picking or key bumping, right? So let's talk about picking first, this is the main security aspect of this lock, is the holes, the amount of holes, and this rotating faceplate. This rotating faceplate, its main purpose is to just distract you visually, make you lose your place, and just really frustrate you if you were trying to pick this lock open. So also, the number of holes just makes it hard to keep track of what you're doing in general. So if you were to come up to this lock and be like, all right, I'm just going to try to, do the thing like similar to a tubular lock and just search for a binder, right? First of all, like I said, you'd have trouble tensioning the lock. I'm not sure how you do it or what kind of tool. But if you didn't know to pick only those specific holes which match up with the key, then it might create a problem for you, because each hole has a pin, and some of these pins, if you push them down, although they don't operate the lock, if you were to push them down, they would block the shear line. So most of these are dummy pins, and if you were to just go around and start testing pins for binders, you might end up oversetting one of those and block the shear line. Also, this rotation creates some sort of like kaleidoscope effect, right? So it's easy to lose track of which pin you just tried to pick open, that sort of thing. Also, if you were to, if you're picking it like this and you bring out your pick and it you might accidentally hit it and spin this around, and you might lose your place or need to start over. It's just kind of like kind of out of the box thinking about making it hard for someone to pick the lock. Just visual distortion and just being a real pain in the neck with trying to keep your place. Okay, so let's talk about key bumping. The key control for this lock obviously is really good, because there's no real place to get counterfeit keys for this lock. You can't get blanks for this either, because all the keys come directly from the manufacturer. So no one is really going to have a bump key for this lock. It's going to be hard to get, but even if someone does have some sort of counterfeit key, it would still be hard to bump, if not completely bump proof, because when you put the key in like this, you have to apply a lot of force down, more than a conventional key, to try to get it past that first ring to turn it. So you actually need to hold this key steady, otherwise it'll bounce out. The pins will push it out. So you holding this key steady while you're trying to bump it is going to prevent a lot of vibration from traveling through the key and into the lock. Also, the pins don't go up and down, they go straight back. So again, trying to transfer enough vibration to make these pins jump, 6 pins across the key, I just don't see it happening. People are welcome to try, of course, but I think it would be very difficult, if not, completely bump proof. But yeah, I would love for people to add this lock to their collection, or install it on their door, or even just get to try to be the first one to manipulate it. That'd be really cool. The dealer was really nice to me and has allowed me to deal these locks. So if you want to pick one of these up, you could send me a message and I can supply it for you. I will also be eventually putting these up on my eBay store and my Amazon store, which I'll provide links for. But in the meantime, if you want one of these sooner, just send me a message and I can work it out for you. Okay, thanks for watching.